Hi guys, this is Apoorva here. I'm your dietitian. This is my second video on the topic carbohydrates. So, many people have doubts regarding carbohydrates, whether they have to go on a low carbohydrate diet or they have to go on a no carbohydrate diet, whether the carbohydrates are good or the carbohydrates are bad. So, let's discuss in this video about the carbohydrates. So let's start. Everyone wants to be thin, but nobody wants to diet. Everyone wants to live long, but nobody wants to exercise. And everyone wants money, but only few budget or control spending. We have three main ways to the body to obtain energy. Those are carbohydrates, proteins, and fat. Out of these three main ways, carbohydrates contribute the major part of the diet. And let's not go into detail regarding the metabolism and all. I have made it very simple for you to understand. Carbohydrates are especially divided into whole carbohydrates and refined carbohydrates. In general terms, good carbohydrates and bad carbohydrates. So the whole carbohydrates are a good carbs and refined carbohydrates are the bad carbs. Why are these whole carbohydrates good? Because these are unprocessed carbohydrates and they are naturally grown and consumed. These are unprocessed and very low in calories and high in nutrients. Whereas these refined carbohydrates, these are the processed carbohydrates and are man-made, and thus they are high in calories and very low in nutrients. Whole carbohydrates are the right carbs which help in weight loss as they contain good amount of fiber in it. Whereas the refined carbohydrates may solve your hunger pangs at that point of time, but it is, as per the recent studies, it is understood that the refined carbohydrates are linked to overeating. At that particular time, whenever you have the refined carbohydrates, your blood sugar level increases. It shoots up. And after some particular time, it again falls down and you feel hunger. And this refined carbohydrates are provoked for the food cravings and are also considered as a pleasurable ones. So, these blood sugar level increasing and again falling down is referred to as the blood sugar roller coaster. And coming to the whole carbohydrates, the good ones, there are a few examples of it are vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. Whereas the refined carbohydrates, the examples of it are sugar sweetened beverages like your Coca-Colas, your Thumbs Up, Sprites, and everything, and white rice, white pastas, etc. Now, as I have told you in the beginning of this video, what happens if you go on a low carbohydrate diet or a no carbohydrate diet? It results in deficiency, carbohydrate deficiency. So when there is no sufficient amount of carbohydrate to your body, it results in no energy, because the carbohydrates, after a particular the process which happens in the body, releases glucose, and this glucose with the help of insulin goes into your cells and it gives you energy to work and to do your activities for the voluntary and involuntary activities. So now what happens when the carbohydrate is deficient? There is no glucose, and without the glucose, your central nervous system, that means in your brain and all, this suffers and it causes dizziness and physical weakness. And this insufficient carbohydrate also results in consuming of the energy for the body from protein. So when there is no energy from the carbohydrate or the end product, that is glucose, body depends on the protein. It takes the energy from the protein, and this protein is it is for our body, it is designed to be used for the body's wear and tear and for the buildup of muscles. Now when it is using the energy from the protein, there will be a stress. It puts a stress on the kidneys, and this results in the passage of painful urine. Now, what are the effects of bad carbohydrates? So, as I've discussed to you in the beginning, there are good carbohydrates and bad carbohydrates, and I've explained to you what are good and what are bad. Now, what happens when you consume the bad carbohydrate? Excess intake of refined or the processed carbohydrates results in weight gain. And the second effect is type 2 diabetes. Now, right now, in our country or throughout the world, people are facing two different problems. One is overweight or obesity, and the second thing is type 2 diabetes. This is because of the excess blood sugar levels, which puts your insulin production to a halt. So these two are the major problems due to the bad carbohydrate intake. And the third thing is unhealthy fat. Anything in excess, either it is a carbohydrate or a protein or a fat, it converts into fat. And this unhealthy fat usually accumulates around your belly area. And the belly area fat is much dangerous and results in heart diseases. And the other effect is thickening of arteries. The arteries which are in your heart gets thick by accumulation of the fat plaques, that is nothing but atherosclerosis. So, and in turn it results in heart problems. And the last effect, which is due to the bad carbohydrate, is it dampens proper cognitive thinking. Your cognitive thinking slowly, gradually falls down, and when you give this bad carbohydrate, that is the refined or the processed carbs, to your kids, their cognitive thinking will also gradually reduce. So guys, I hope that you people have got a clear idea regarding the good carbohydrates and the bad carbohydrates, and what are the effects of having the low carbohydrates and going on a low carbohydrate and a no carbohydrate diet. So guys, if you have any doubts, please comment to me in the comment box so that I will be able to answer to your questions personally. So guys, with the wrong diet, no medicine can help. With the right diet, no medicine is necessary. Thank you guys. For more videos, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.